I want to review with you how the Add-o-Matic 7 works in installing things in Photoshop Elements. I've never used this program before, and this is my first time testing with it, and so I'm really happy to be able to share this with you so that you can get a good review of how this program works. You simply keep this right here in somewhere in your My Documents folders, and that's where you access it to begin working on it. Just double click on the icon and it opens up fairly quickly, and it's that easy to use. Now it says here you're going to drag your layer styles, custom shapes, plugins, actions, and brushes into this gray box here, and when you're done you want to press go. It's just that simple. So I have here some styles that I want to install and that I haven't installed yet, and I'm going to go ahead and just choose this cold concrete one, and you just drag it over there and you can see it's now in the gray box. And if I wanted to add more, no matter what they are, whether they're the brushes or the plugins, shapes, you just drag them all in there at the same time, which is great because you can get them all installed at the same time. Click go, and then I have two versions of Photoshop Elements installed on my computer, so it asks me which one I want to put it in, and so I'm going to do it in Element 7. Wham! It's done. That is pretty cool. So it says quit Add-o-Matic. We could choose that, or we could quit and launch Photoshop Elements. And so that is what I'm going to do. And now this comes up with the welcome screen. I actually have a shortcut where I go straight into the editor. I click on the edit to open the editor, and this may take a few minutes. My program is very slow to open, especially when I have this screen recording software running. At least I don't have to sit here and watch that face that was in Photoshop Elements 3 when it was loading. I really got tired of looking at her face all the time. Okay, now this is opened up, and whoop, not quite. I've still got a little spinning wheel. When that spinning wheel is working, it's updating the new installs. And so I think that that is done, and now you can go over here and you can find right here this cold concrete that we installed, and there it is, all ready to go. However, you'll see I have another concrete here that's I actually installed, and I'd like those two to go together. That's the disadvantage to using the Add-o-Matic, is that it's going to take each style and it's going to put it in its own little drop-down menu here, and I can imagine that this drop-down menu would get very long. I like to put my styles, group them in more than one style in a category, and I'm going to show you how you can quickly fix that and what is so great about the Add-o-Matic here in just a minute. But I did also install, I believe, some, here we go, some actions. And when you install actions with the Add-o-Matic, rather than it coming up with, let's see, here's the icons that the designers usually provide, since you're not using those and adding those yourself, they all appear in a drop-down menu called Add-o-Matic, and every one of them will have the Add-o-Matic icon. Now we can go back and we can change that later, and I'm going to show you that also here in just a minute. But you can hover right over it to see what the action is, but they'll all appear here. And so for it to be quick and efficient, this is really a cool program. And my suggestion is to use this program to quickly install them all and then to go back and tweak it. And here's why. I'll show you why here. I've got some shortcuts. Let's go to my layer styles. And you'll see here, let me make this bigger. And you'll see here as I review in some of my other tutorials for installing things. Here is the ASL file that was permanently installed by Add-o-Matic, and it also created a metadata file, an XML file, and that is what is making it show up in its own drop-down menu. But I want them to all show up in the same drop-down menu. So what I'm going to do now is open this up, and I'm going to change the name of the category to that CSP concrete that I had listed with that other layer style, and I'm going to hit save, and now I have recreated that metadata file so that it will group it together with this one. You'll see when I open it up, well, no, I don't have it. I can change this one too. And there's actually another one in here. Here it is. Here's the other metadata file. So what I'm doing is opening these up and making them all the same. And now all three of these will be in the same drop-down menu. But what's so convenient about the Add-o-Matic is that I don't have to copy and paste and put in there and rename these XML files. It does it for me. And if I want to go in and tweak them and put them all in the same drop-down category, it's really easy to do, just as you saw here. Now you may have to go back and delete the media database file and reopen Photoshop Elements to get these to work, but I really think this is a really great shortcut. And here's the actions that are in the effects palette, and you can see I added the atomic cupcake frosted glass, and here is the PNG file that's making it come up as that icon. All you have to do is take the PNG file that you already have, drop it in here, and it will replace that. And you can also go in and change the XML file and change it to whatever you want it to be instead of this Add-o-Matic. And so again, what I'm saying about the Add-o-Matic is it works great. I tested it with shapes. I didn't test it with everything because I personally do not want to install shapes and other things that can, brushes. I don't want to install brushes. I don't want to install all those things that can be installed temporarily, because that's going to bog down my computer. So I'm probably not going to use this a whole lot for brushes. I'm probably not going to use it a whole lot for any of those things that can be temporarily installed. But for styles and actions that have to be permanently installed and some of the other plugins, it's great. And it creates those files for you, as I said, where you can go in and quickly change these, and then instead of manually creating them all yourself. And so that is really awesome. For temporary installing, I think personally what I'm going to be using is the preset viewer. and I'll be reviewing that in the next tutorial.